Hello, biddies. Welcome back to Lipstick Biddies podcast. It is your host, Rachel here, and I'm with the incredible Racheal of Lippiebook.
Hello. How are you guys?
So good. I'm so excited because I met Racheal like serendipitously back in New York City in the summer because our friend Anais had the most amazing airbrush makeup class.
Yep, that is true. And I was like, I've been watching her, like I think she's like the most amazing content creator on Instagram. Like her videos are so hilarious. I'm like, I finally got to meet her in person, so it's very, very exciting, and I'm glad to be on the show.
Yes.
And I know we're gonna do a longer one later, but I'm just excited to be here.
You got like one of the first iteration of like the swag. I gave you like the very first sticker and the very first cup koozie.
Yes, and you all need to get it. Like when I was like, I'm a color. Like my YouTube channel gonna be called Living in Color. I'm like, I just love
that
color, so it's awesome.
So I know, Racheal, you have a background in photography. Has that always been your first love as far as your artistic medium?
So I am a artist. What do you say? I'm a jack of all trades and master of all. What's the saying? The real saying? Jack of all.
Master of none.
But at least a master of one, or better than a master of none. But yeah, so photography is in my blood. My grandfather was a photographer. My dad is a photographer. So it's always been something that I did a lot of. But my main start was actually jewelry. I was a jewelry designer, and I used to make, elaborate bib necklaces, and I got into photography because I was tired of paying photographers that would shoot my jewelry, but they wouldn't shoot it the way I wanted to capture it. So I was like, I'm tired of doing that, and I picked up a camera because I was always a kid in college that always took pictures of everything. So I got a camera, and I started taking pictures of models, and then the same thing with makeup. I'm like, I need to learn how to do makeup like professionally, so I can do the makeup, and then do the photography. And then that's where we are today. So my photography bloomed, my makeup became an obsession with lipsticks, and then Lippiebook was born.
How do you think that your photography background has aided in your makeup and doing? I feel like a lot of makeup artists are intimidated by picking up a camera, and you're kind of the opposite. So how has that journey been for you?
I think the most important part for me in learning how to do makeup, because I was always so soft-handed with makeup, right? So I would put it on because I didn't want it to look too much, but I learned quickly that when you're doing photography, especially with today's cameras, the makeup needs to be more pronounced, So I feel like being a photographer has helped me improve my makeup skills, because now when you're doing makeup, you're thinking about how the picture is going to look. So your contours need to be deeper. It has to be the right shade. It can't be orange. It can't be gray. So you have to find, so it's helped my artistry. It's helped me with my color theory, understanding when you're shooting somebody and they're wearing, like we just shot somebody outside. She Anais did his eyelashes in green, and there was a red door and a red brick, and it was, the colors were just, ugh. So I just feel like every makeup artist needs to learn to shoot their own work, because you're going to be in a wedding, and first of all, you don't get the pictures from a wedding for months. So knowing how to shoot your own work, you have that immediate content that you can put out, because that's how you book your next client. So it's really, really important as a makeup artist to know. And a shameless plug, I am coming out with a photography class for makeup artists. 10,000 years later, but it's going to happen probably in January, most likely.
Way overdue.
Yes.
Just in time for the holidays, a little belated holiday.
Oh, it's probably going to be in January.
All good.
We shall see.
All good.
Or maybe December, after I get done wrapping up all my Christmas sessions for at home.
Right. So we're obviously here at the makeup show, and one of the things that I really loved about learning about Lippiebook and the brand is kind of you launched it out of the interactions that you had at the makeup show. And can you tell the listeners a little bit about it, because I feel like it's really inspiring for people to just go for it. So can you tell that story that you told? Story, can you tell me the story?
Yeah. So Lippiebook was actually started in 2017, right? And it was started out of just a need, right? I doing makeup, I love lip. I feel like lipstick is what completes a makeup application. You can go from a red lip to a nude lip with one look. So I had a lot of lipsticks, and I was just sick and tired of being bumped at when you're doing bridal parties, they bump into you and the lipsticks go sprawling, or every single bridesmaid wants a different color and you're digging in bags. They come open, they're nasty. So long story short, started carrying marker books, and they weren't the right size. The loops were always too big or too small, so I was cutting so one night I was like cutting it up to put stuff in there for a shoot that I had the next day, and I'm like, wait, why can't I just create a product that, that I need? So went to China, made it, didn't do nothing for 2 years. 2 years is like no one knew me. I made all these cases that were in my garage, and I literally almost gave up. Like I was like, this is not working. Maybe this was such a good idea. In January 2019, we were about to liquidate the whole thing, find somebody that would buy everything, and then just go on to the next invention. I'm a serial inventor. But somebody was like, the makeup show's coming to Houston in 2019, right after Harvey. They wanted to come and, give the city something exciting after Harvey happened, which was a big hurricane. And I went into the show, all my money that I had left, I put into the booth fee. And Danessa and James and Shelly literally just took me in their wings, and I gave Danessa a PR, and she was like, drag me to her booth, fill it up with color fixes, and every show that she did that weekend, she was like pubbing the Lippiebook, and everybody was rushing to my booth, and I'm like, we made so much money in that one show that it was like vindication. I knew this was a good idea, but it just was in front of the wrong audience. And being in the way social media is today, you have to pay to play. And I'm like, I didn't have a big marketing budget. So that show literally opened the door for me to be in front of artists. And the Lippiebook has grown from the original pros to now our 3.0. And soon to come, our pro artist kit, which is a backpack rolling loveliness. So y'all getting the first scoop.
You're talking dirty to me now, Rachel. You're talking dirty.
The first scoop. But yeah, it's gonna be end of 2022. Hopefully by the holidays, it'll be ready.
Hell yeah! So excited. I love
It's a great just don't. The whole point of that story is don't give up. Like when it gets the hardest in your journey as a creative, it's like that's where your breakthrough is. So just stick with it. Any idea you have, find your target audience and market to those people directly. Use micro influencers. Don't try to go for the big dogs because they're not going to promote you like, somebody that is in there and they're a working artist. So just don't give up.
I love that. You're such an inspirational person.
Thank you.
And so supportive to the pro community, and that's the people that I gravitate towards as well. And being authentic to you and being authentic to who you are as a brand is so important when you're looking to partner with brands. And people see right through when you're
exactly.
So I know that you are going to be on the podcast soon.
Yes.
But of course I wanted to give you a little would you rather question.
Okay.
And have you ever played the would you rather game?
I don't remember. Give me the rules.
It's pretty easy. Basically, you're going to pull a card. These are my brand new Would You Rather Lipstick Biddies cards that are available in the merch store now for pre-order going out in January.
Okay.
And you're going to pick one, and on the front it says Would You Rather, and then on the back it has 2 different options, and you pick whichever one you want. Okay. So go ahead and pick a card.
Any card, pick a card.
Any card. And you can read it out loud. So Would You Rather.
Okay, so this is hilarious.
Yes.
Would you rather your hair is made out of noodles or only be able to apply makeup with your feet? My hair should be made out of noodles. I got size 11 cloggers. Whose feet is gonna be? Who's gonna work my size 11? Y'all see these down here? So noodles it is, and I love ramen noodles. So
hell yeah.
yes, noodles.
Yes, noodles, double duty.
That's the answer.
Well, Rachel.
Final answer.
Final answer, noodles. So Rachel.
I got no hair.
Oh my gosh, but you know what? Then we'd have we'd be set for life if we had noodle hair.
Yes.
Feed the family.
For
Just
sure.
off of her hair. So Rachel, can you let our listeners know where they can connect with you? Anything else you want to say before we sign off?
So help us spread the word about Lippiebook. I am a solopreneur with some, favorite help on the way with NYC and some people that have been working with me. But spread the word. You can find us on Instagram at Lippiebook.
We're
Let's try that again. Lippiebook_official. Our website, www.lippiebook.com. We don't tweet yet, but we're working on it, and we're working on our TikTok. But it's the same thing, at Lippiebook_official. So thank you guys for your support over the years, for keeping us through the 2 years of this dang pandemic. And we got some good stuff coming for y'all. So just stay tuned, and it's going to be exciting.
Thanks, Rachel.
You're welcome. Yay!